Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with an Uber Showdown Live. Actually decided to do a little bit of Ubers today, even though it's kind of jam-ass day to do Ubers. My boy Aberforth actually passed me this cool team. Originally it had Z Rain Dance of Veltal with Hurricane, but because it also has Z Xerneas, I decided to make it Scarf of Veltal, just to make it a little bit more reliable, I want to say, though Z Hurricane Rain Dance of Veltal is actually pretty fun. So maybe I'll use that later. We have Defensive, Celesteela, Stealth Rock, Groudon, a more offensive variant of Giratina, PokeaimMD, Geomancy, Xerneas. But the cool part of the team, we have Adamant Pinsir. I might make it Jolly, I'm not sure, depending on if I'm getting outspent by things, but this mon hits so hard. I'm gonna make it Frustration though, just because you do tend to see Dittos in, let me make sure I got this happiness at 0. You do tend to see Dittos in this tier. Occasionally I've run into a few Dittos, so I'd rather have Frustration, that way they can't copy me, and maybe I'll just straight up attack, and then if a Pinsir comes in on me, it can't revenge kill me, and then I can knock it out with its own Frustration. So hopefully any of that made sense. Daylight saving just happened, so I'm experiencing 1:37 a.m. for the second time today, but yeah, I just got back from this light festival in Philadelphia with Marlene. It's actually pretty cool. Let me see if I can hop on Twitter real quick and show y'all what happened. Let's see. Profile. And I put up a little video of it. Here it is. You see like the little lights and stuff. It was pretty cool. We got to light them up and put them in the air. But then they like died immediately. And then they all went on the side. It kind of looked like when the Fire Nation attacked the Water Nation. So I felt a little bit bad for a second, because it looks so bad on one side. But it's okay, the Fire Marshal and all that crap was there, so we're good. Wow, didn't expect to see you. Anyway, I'll also expect Sub-Hub later this week with Envy. Don't worry, that will be happening. Pinsir's really good. Clefable tends to run Unaware in Ubers, and it's usually Spadef for Xerneas, so I don't think it could take this mon on. I feel like Evoltal is just a great lead. Matches up well versus Giratina, Groudon. We get to see that he's Arceus Water, so I can go directly. He has nothing for Celesteela besides his own. I can just turn directly into my Celesteela and just throw off a Leech Seed. I don't want to go for Toxic because I don't want him going out into his own Celesteela immediately. Yeah, he's just thrown off his own Toxic. Yeah, this would be one of those more slow-paced ones. So throw off a Leech Seed as he decides to go for Judgment. A little bit surprised considering you wanted to give me a Toxic off on Arceus that early, but we'll throw off another Leech Seed, expecting to go Celesteela right here or switch out to anything as he goes Groudon. And that's great because I can then go directly into my Defogger while I have the Leech Seed on him. Celesteela is at full HP pretty much, and I can easily get rid of these hazards. So directly into Giratina we go. Also getting a little bit of damage. The damage on Groudon is pretty crucial, considering it puts him in range of Pinsir. So I'm gonna Hex immediately as opposed to Toxicking. I want to see if his initial switching is Celesteela, and I'd rather get off the damage on Groudon than I can defog after. Decides to go Clef, which takes a lot considering I do crit him. And we're gonna Toxic right here. He should go for Moonlight or Wish rather. Let's see. Assuming this is Unaware, of course. Yep. He wishes. So the Hex is actually gonna 2-hit KO him easily, and he can't. Actually, he has to protect, yeah. So we're able to get 2 turns of Toxic on him, and I can just throw off a Hex again. Like, this is offensive Giratina, so nothing really wants to take it. And Clef is actually the heal beller, most likely for his team, so Clef will be 2-hit KO'd by this Hex, yeah. Or he just decides to throw off a Moonblast, so I'll take it. The Clefable, the Unaware Mon, even though it was kind of set up fodder for Pinsir, but it did beat Xerneas 1v1, so I'm glad that's gone. Groudon being weakened is great for Xerneas. I'm pretty sure Rayquaza is coming out right now. But Groudon being weakened is great for Xerneas. I can also outspeed his own Giratina most likely with my speed investment and knock it out with Draco if he opts to go there, but you should always go Rayquaza. Yes. So this is a very scary Pokemon. I revenge kill it decently, but I don't want to switch directly into Celesteela. Wow, I want to keep you alive, but at the same time, you're just going to Dragon Ascent me, but I'm not going to go Celesteela. Yeah. I'd rather weaken him, especially because he's so weak to my Veltal now. And I can SD up on maybe Arceus Water, I want to say. I actually beat this thing 1v1 with PokeaimMD. Do I want rocks up first, though? I'm trying to think. If Pinsir knocks him out, I'm going Pinsir. Because if Pinsir does knock him out, Rayquaza. -1. Jesus. Yeah, give me my kill. Assuming you're not Jolly, of course. It is Jolly, unfortunate. But we're just gonna click this frustration right here. Don't be Jolly. Nice. Go ahead and give me my kill. So we get rid of the biggest threat. Like, I really could not switch into that mon at all. That dude leaves. Yeah, you can tell he was frustrated after that. No pun intended. Okay, full pun intended. You know what? Fine. Full pun intended. Whatever. We'll take that. Pinsir coming in, grabbing a kill, and he leaves. Really cool team. Psychic spam. Pretty weak to Scarf of Beltall, which is good. I want to lead Groudon immediately, as I'm assuming you probably lead off with this to get up your rocks, and I want to weaken that. Like Pinsir can win this game. He actually leads off with Arceus Fairy. So Arceus Fairy might be the stealth rocker for this team. I don't want to stay in and get toxic. I'll just go out to Celesteela, avoiding that. And then we can just throw off a Leech Seed. Celesteela actually beats like the majority of my opponent's team as well. Yeah, that I don't mind either. Just Leech Seed right now. Doesn't matter what comes in. I could also Toxic, but I don't want Dialga to come in immediately on that. It goes Groudon, which makes sense. And we land the Leech Seed. Great. Every chip damage is important. So I can see my opponent doubling out into Tapu Lele, especially because I have Giratina. I'm just going to protect, just to see if he has Eruption as well. Yeah. Trying to weaken that because we don't want Giratina getting 2-hit KO'd by that upon switching, which it shouldn't be 2-hit KO'd now. The fact that we'll be able to get Leech Seed recovery and the Eruption has been weakened. So that's why I didn't switch directly into Giratina right there, just because I was worried about that. My opponent does double out into Lunala. Very, very solid play on my opponent's part. I don't actually switch in to a Specs Moongeist Beam at all with anything on my team. I'll make the Yveltal play. And I also don't knock you out, but being like this mon puts in so much work. But I hopefully defog. Okay, that did nothing. There's Dark Pulse right here. Doesn't matter if you go Fairy. I get to bring in my Celesteela on you. I'm actually going to go Groudon first because you know what? I think it's going to be hard for me to keep rocks off the field, especially because he can always double here, like he does, into Groudon. I'm definitely switching directly into Giratina though. Like I'm not messing around with this mon. He doesn't switch in well to Groudon, but I don't switch in well to Groudon either. Assuming you just want to Earth Power right here, I will defog away these hazards right now. Where does he go to? Arceus Fairy. Yeah, he's just not letting me defog. But you know what? We will get a Toxic off on something with our Groudon. I'll take this Judgment. Just Toxic you. I will. If he predicts a Toxic, he gets me. But he just goes Lele. So that's fine. We get off a Toxic on Lele. Nice, putting that mon on a timer. Surprised you were willing to sack your Lele right there. And I will actually just get on my rocks. Yep. Living the Psychic. Nice, nice, nice. Weakening the Lele. I don't know if it's Scarf or Terrain Extender, but rocks are good for Lunala. Let's go Celesteela right now. Assuming Celesteela takes this well. I'm not Spadef though. I am physically defensive, but I can just Leech Seed. And it looks like it's not Spec. So again, any turns of Leech Seed are great on Lele. Oops. He taunts me, but you're willing to sacrifice those turns of your Toxic. And for that, I take. What's that Groudon on the double that my opponent's going to make right here? Or the switch that my opponent's going to make? Assuming it's going to be the Dialga. Oh, he opts to stay in. Surprise. So my opponent is really willing to just sack the Lele right here. I'll definitely take it though, because I can just, what's it called? I can knock you out. And I can easily just protect here, but I'm actually not going to, like, I don't care. I don't care if you switch, yeah. Like, he's willing to sack the Psychic Terrain, which means now I can quick attack things. My opponent was Terrain Extender, obviously, but yeah, willing to sack that is great for me. Lunala, the rocks are up, meaning Yveltal can get Dark Pulse, Dark Pulse, Dark Pulse. Dialga's a problem. So is the Groudon being so healthy. It is in range of +2, obviously. Everything's in range of +2 on his team. Yaga comes out. Probably just going to Fire Blast me. Go directly into Giratina here. I'll allow him to knock me out, if anything, because hopefully I can Revenge Kill him with Xerneas. Did nothing, by the way. Drop a Draco on this Mon. Yes! Fast Giratina, thank you. As he Dracos me right back. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually like a Corkscrew Crash or a Roar variant, but I don't really see a better opportunity to set up with Xerneas. Of course, I am going to Ingrain first, just in case he has Roar. Like, just in case he does have Roar, seeing as how my Giratina outsped him, I want to Ingrain first. Of course, my opponent gets the -2 crit on me. Are you kidding me? Wow. I should have Geomancied first, but yeah. Now, kind of like desperate. Oh, that's better for me because aren't I slower than everything on your team? I appreciate that. I didn't even KO. Hope this misses. Burn me, I dare you. Can these two still win somehow? I don't think so. And you have extreme speed on the... You should have extreme speed on the Oxus. Of course my opponent crits though. -2. You should be faster than me. So I should be able to knock you out. I'm only 309. Yeah. Alright, my opponent gives me Arceus Fair, which means I actually have potential to Dark Pulse win this game. Especially if they go Groudon now, because everything else I kill, because I'm slower than... What's my opponent doing? Yo, Pinsir's getting the revenge sweep. Do you not have extreme speed on Deoxys? I don't think my opponent has extreme speed on Deoxys. Other than that, they just forgot about it. Like, I'm flying. How did Pinsir just revenge sweep him because of his own Trick Room? If you don't extreme speed me, I swear. Let's go! Pinsir takes live. Yeah. Pinsir coming through. When your opponent sets up Trick Room for you after getting lucky and they think they revenge swept you. Yo, shout out Adam and Pinsir, man. If I was Jolly, I would have outsped Lunala, man. And I might have outsped his Arceus if it wasn't max speed. But that was sick, dude. Adam and Pinsir putting in work 2 games in a row. I still count the first game as Adam and Pinsir putting in work. And I'm specifying that's adamant because it was so important in that game. And no extreme speed on Deoxys. So I guess, I mean, it was abusing Psychic Terrain, so it makes sense. What is it? Sewer Power, Psycho Boost, Psychic, and Ice Beam? Something like that? I guess I said I'd run Psycho Boost and Psychic. Psycho Boost for the nukes, and Psychic because it's also a nuke and it doesn't miss or drop your special attack. That's cool. I wonder what it actually runs. Because I have a team with that. I have Psychic Spam. What do you run? Psycho Boost, Ice Beam, Knockoff, Sewer Power. Yeah, that's about right. I like Psychic better than Knockoff though. Again, like I like Psychic and Psycho Boost mainly because you get to spam them both. I've used Thunderbolt as well. Where's the Thunder? Might have been Thunder. I don't remember if he learns Thunderbolt. I know it learns Thunder. I think it does learn Thunderbolt. Because I'm pretty sure I used Deoxys speed with Thunderbolt too. Alright, another game. Oh, Deoxys normal. That Mon should be OU. And that Mon should be OU. Alright, we're gonna lead a Veltop. Faster than his entire team. It threatens Marshadow. It threatens Deoxys. I actually want this Mon to be OU. I'm not gonna lie. Just for a day. Just give me it for a day. Because nobody uses Noobers. I mean, Flylance is using the Noobers, but why is Flylance using it as Noobers? Let's think about this. Why is Flylance using this as Noobers? Do I want to reveal? Yeah, sure. Any chip damage on Groudon could win me the game. And my opponent doesn't seem to have a good Toxic switching, so unless it's like Arceus Steel, I get off a Toxic right now. And 2 Pokemon on my opponent's team can actually beat Celesteela. Ho-Oh, which I'm hoping is Toxic, and wow, Lugia, which my opponent gives me immediately. So my opponent will never have multi-scale on Lugia. we will always switch out into Celesteela, and I will go for Toxic with Celesteela. Like, I'm assuming my opponent's going to send this out just to Toxic me. Tailwind. Cool. I like that. I'm going to click Toxic here, though, because nothing on my opponent's team wants to take it, and there's no way Lugia stays in and goes Groudon. Like, I'd rather get off a Toxic if this lands. This is actually the worst move to use in the world, because that move never hits. But that looked offensive. It could be SD. He could get up rocks, but I don't care. Like, Hex is going to knock out Groudon anyway. Yeah, my opponent is SD. So, I don't know if I'm actually faster. What I'm thinking about doing is actually defogging than hexing, predicting the rocks. But my opponent opts to just crit me with the Stone Edge right there, unfortunately. However, at 57%, I'm pretty sure a Veltal knocks you out with Foul Play. You're +2. Like, you literally needed to crit me there to knock me out. No. Let's just put Adamant +2. How much Foul Play do? 97 min? I don't know, man. He could be Nah, this should KO something. I don't know if it's Arceus Fairy. I don't really care at this point. Kind of sucks that I lost that Mon. But no Dark Resist by the looks of it. Should be Arceus Fairy, actually. But because it's SD, oh, it gives me Groudon, great. So, 2 Mons, or 1 Mon left that can actually deal with my Ho-Oh. Or excuse me, with my Celesteela, which is Ho-Oh. And I can get up rocks, hopefully. I'm thinking it might be Sash on one of these. Scarf of Veltal, Revenge Kills. Why would you not go Arceus Fairy? I don't want him doubling out into Ho. Actually, I don't care if you double out to Ho. I can protect and waste one of your Sacred Fires, and only 7 more of your attacks can actually hit me. Pinsir's also looking pretty good with Lugia's multi-scale broken. So yeah, good double, but I don't care. Even if you're sub, whatever. Like, I'm still going to waste your Sacred Fires. So I'd rather protect once. It's a shiny Ho too. But there was no pressure. Rocks up means Xerneas can win. This is a problem though. I don't have Stone Edge on anything either. It would have been nice to still have my Giratina. Okay, I have no idea what to expect from my opponent now. My opponent set up a light screen. He about to Fire Blast me. Oh, that's actually Sacred Fire, cool. Let's Stealth Rock first. I want to see what his initial switching would be, if it might be Lugia. Like, I had no idea what to expect. It's funny because Light Screen is actually really bad versus me. 2. Hard Deoxys. Is this your rocker? I'm just gonna roar you out. Okay, I'm worried about this Mon. Is this your rocker? Okay. Well, that did nothing in this game. You know how Toxic is 90% accurate, but you know it's gonna miss. I'm pressed with plays anyway. But I actually need this Toxic the Ho, but because that's not banded, I know that my Celesteela can take 1 hit. Plus it's forced to roost. And again, like, I'm looking at Pinsir as a means of winning. I should go out to Celesteela though, but I don't want him spiking. Yeah. Well, Deoxys did more in this game than it has in 4 years, so cool. What do you go out to now? What beats me? Your Lugia is poisoned. I will poison every single one of your Mons. Marshadow will be roared out. Quick Attack knocks out Marshadow. That spike is actually really annoying. But I think it's offensive Ho-Oh, and that should mean that Pinsir should be able to knock it out. I'm like stressing the Adamant. I don't know why I bothered calculating that, by the way. Like, it's Groudon and it's Foul Play. Marshadow probably takes 1 quick attack, right? 73 to 87, that's wow. That's good damage. Alright, right to Celesteela we go. Go ahead and hit that boy up with the Seedinator, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this Mon's gonna be annoying with Whirlwind. Tailwind Toxic. I would love if you actually immediately switch out your Lugia. Or not. That's fine. I was going to say because it would keep him lower, so my Pinsir's going to have a lot of fun, but I'm just going to spam Toxic here. No. Even if you roost, it doesn't matter to me. I just don't want Ho coming in. Oh, goes directly into Marshadow, surprisingly. As we are able to land. Nice, nice, nice. Don't know why, because Heavy Slam is really strong versus you. And if you close combat, if you bulk up, sure, cool, but I can protect after to take the Z. And this does a good chunk. I protect because I take the Z. I just CC into me, okay. So I'll go Xerneas now. Surprised he didn't Z there. Xerneas could beat the Arceus. I guess if it's fresh, maybe Xerneas is necessary. No. I want to keep Groudon alive because Groudon could Toxic Ho for sure. Assuming a soul-stealing 7-star strike. Oh, just CC's me. Alright, cool. So I keep my Xerneas at the end of the day, and Toxic is going to be able to knock out the Marshadow. It's just life for Marshadow too. Alright, cool. So Marshadow's gone. Lugia is less of a threat. The Arceus Fairy is the biggest threat. And, you know, obviously the Ho. I'm going to rest and see if he can actually do damage to me. Because you might not be able to. I'm physically defensive. One. Yo, you can't do crap. Holy crap. Yeah. I beat this 1v1. And he keeps wasting his Sacred Fires too. So I actually will beat this 1v1. Why are you not Brave Birding? So 5 more Sacred Fires. 4 more, my bad. I don't know why he's wasting them and not Brave Birding me. Maybe you don't have it? Doesn't matter. I was going to say Xerneas did nothing in this game, but it's actually... Yeah, it's actually winning me this game. 3 Sacred Fires left, so Celesteela is looking better and better. You need to go Arceus Fairy. Alright, I can respect that play. Hard Groudon. Yeah, I'm not worried about Ho now. I saw the pitiful damage it does. If this is Earth Power, that means Celesteela beats a 1v1. Toxic. Alright, cool. I'll just roar out just in case you want to go Lugia. Because I don't want Lugia coming in on the Toxic. I'd rather Whirlwind and potentially get one off on Arceus or... Oh, you defog for me. I appreciate you. I'm getting on my rocks here. I'll just Toxic you. That's smarter. Oh, it goes Arceus. Great. Ah, good move. Good move. Good move. Good move dodging. Keep Groudon alive here. Because, again, Ho only has 3 Sacred Fires left. It's Toxic Defog. I'm assuming Recover Judgment. That should be your other moves. So you shouldn't be able to touch me. Yeah, Celesteela does not. That's a crit, guys. 29%. That's a crit. Celesteela doing the same thing in Ubers. It's actually more annoying in Ubers, I think, than it is in OU. I think Jam said that too. Not to repeat him, but... Like, I feel like it really is. Go ahead and give me that Leech Seedinators. And you know what? We'll protect up real quick. If you want to go for light screen, you got me. Nope. Alright, so only 2 more Sacred Fires, and I'm going directly into... excuse me, I'm going directly into Xerneas to absorb this pretty much. And then rest off again. Basically, at the point when he has 1 Sacred Fire, I already know it's defensive, so he actually cannot beat me 1v1. But I would love to avoid a burn, since the Arceus can be just beaten by Heavy Slam plus Toxic, and I don't want it to be some stupid refresh set with no actually, there's no way I can lose this, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can lose this. I just make the safe play and go right back out into my Celesteela here and just not care. Yeah. I don't like Flylance is fighting back, but he's not fighting a winning game at this point. I'll just Toxic right here too, just to get the Lugia, or I mean, I guess he should go Lugia, but I'll Toxic just in case he goes Hollow. I'm actually grateful that he defogged for me. That man has defogged when he set up Spikes and Stealth Rock. He didn't even let me go Pinsir, because I was about to say, because yeah, I can now go Pinsir and then win this game, but oh well. So Pinsir definitely had his way. That was an odd game though. You see a lot of stuff that you don't typically see. Light Screen on Ho is one of them. Deoxys Normal. I really think it's such a cool mod, and I would love to abuse it in OU for like a day. It'd be broken as hell. It'd actually be broken as hell, obviously. But I would love to use it. You check it with priority, but I would still love to use it, you know? That's something I always wanted. But give me the Deoxys normal. I want to use an OU. Give me Reshiram too. Let's see what Smuggler has to say about the Deoxys normal. Deoxys. Deoxys is great offensive presence. Unfortunately, Deoxys does not excel in anything worthwhile compared to Deoxys attack, Deoxys speed. It's true. That's true. Deoxys D, another mon that's not really used much. Yeah, I have this like this cool set, Psycho Boost Taunt, Spikes Counter. That's one of them I've seen, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool one. What does Deoxys defense do in Ubers now? Does it do anything different? Is there a reason why I can't see anything? Deoxys defense. I feel like this mon hasn't been ran at all. I mean, pretty much just toxic stalls, yeah. But with Celesteela being in the tier now, it's just, it's not the best. But I've actually used this set so many times to stall people out. Not knockoff, I've actually used Seismic over that. But this one can afford to use knockoff in this generation. Stall out full Ubers games. But hopefully we can just find one more game and then end it with that. I've been enjoying the Pinsir team. A lot of fun. I'm still like pretty psyched that that we ended up winning that one game where the dude got really lucky and thankfully just wasn't able to capitalize on it. Man set up Trick Room, didn't think about you know the fact that Zygarde could actually beat him 1v1, which is pretty funny. Where's my thing not saving, by the way? Daylight saving. Wow. Mono Fire. Where am I? Thing is, too, his team is actually threatening as hell. I'm gonna get a Rocks first off, because it looks like it beats his entire team. This boy taunts me right... Yeah. That's fine. And then he's gonna have Endeavor as well. Land. Alright, cool. So we'll go out into the Giratina so we can avoid the Endeavor. Pinsir's gonna win this game, by the way. Daylight savings happening. I gotta fix this. Because I'm going to my video and it says, yeah, it's gonna be up at 7 p.m. No, it's not. No, it's not, you lie. It's gonna be up at 6 p.m. Why is Marowak a giant threat, too? Wow. Okay. Okay, killer. Okay. I see you. The GMT -4, 6 p.m. That should work, right? Arceus Fire. How do I beat this? Okay. Whew. Get a Rocks first off, and we beat half his team. And we're just gonna win with Pinsir. Arceus Fire is actually a huge threat too. So I would love to land this Toxic right now. Please land. For like one Toxic in this entire game, please land. Thank you. Surprised he wasn't fearing Precipice Blaze, but then again, what does he have for Precipice Blaze? He's a mono fire team. Protect. Alright, take some more damage, bro. I'll take it. Gotta be careful. Let me just Z-Geomancy and see what happens. That's fine. Go ahead and Z. We haven't used any Z-Geomancies this entire game. It takes 2 turns to use, unfortunately, but you know, we'll do what we gotta do. Forget about it. Okay. Now I shall rest up. Go on your Protect. Or if you don't want to Protect, that's fine too. I don't care. Oh, he just recovers. Oh, great. Good, 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 good. Stay in. Stay in versus me. Stay in versus me. I'll take it. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected out of that battle. Should we go for another one? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Technically it's like 3. I think I'm going to end it there, guys. A little bit of a shorter live. But I mean, with the intro and outro, it should hit about 30 minutes. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Definitely a bit of fun. I want to bring Aberforth back onto the channel. If there's any guests you guys actually have in mind that you want me to bring, I know a lot of people want Blunder back, but like, he can't even upload to his own channel, so it's really hard for him to upload to, you know, this channel. I would love to play games with Blunder and them, but yeah, I got also VGC I think uploaded today, and then stay tuned for a Dead by Daylight. We got the whole Pip gang going on, so hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.